much. I will be moderating the Q&A session. And don't worry, there won't be any musical chairs, as I have nominated Sasha as lucky number one. So Sasha, here's the first question to you. Today, about 55% of the population live in the cities, and this number is projected to be about 70% by 2050. As population and urbanization increases, more driven, mainly by changing demographics, consumers, attitudes, and technologies, more and more people are opting for multimodal shared transportation. And autonomous technology, when fully implemented, will be revolutionary, as you've highlighted, starting off with teleoperations onto full-scale autonomous technology. So autonomous technology, for instance, in itself, the autonomous ride-hail alone could have more economic impact than any innovation in history, adding approximately $26 trillion to global GDP by 2030. As such, given the excitement and how promising this is, Sasha, what are some of the key challenges that you observe today, and what more could be done to spur the adoption of mobility as a service and implementation of autonomous technology?
Yeah, well, thank you for the question, which is, of course, an interesting one. In talk services, the challenge is to create the community and getting the willingness of the partners, also the private partners. Private partners might say this right the way around, the public partners, to share data, to offer same services in one ecosystem. So who owns the data, who owns the customer, things like this. So, but this first very important step for us is done, which is quite good. And then we're coming to the technological solutions and challenges, how to integrate all the services to have another app to open my car, so for Share Now and other services. So those steps are done, and now we're going to convince our customers, so the citizens of the city, to use the services. And this is when maybe autonomous vehicles are coming in. Of course, there is a step to I'm going and using a car where no driver is sitting in. Of course, that might take a while. But with the services, we are able to offer this all the day, all the night, without a driver in. And then to give the customer a feeling of safeness, of security. So driving alone in a car, there might be good to have someone in the back end who's talking to you, who gives you the feeling of being safe in the nighttime alone in this. So, and to going to these autonomous vehicles, the many car manufacturers are telling us that they will and must be able to drive without infrastructure support by the infrastructure, which is right, because in the city center there's the infrastructure and there's technolution or technic support for the cars, but it's not in the suburbs. So what we're doing in the next couple of years' time is to equip our infrastructures to support the way to a fully autonomous car without the infrastructure support. But during the next years, it will be there will be the need of this. So we're doing this. We are supporting our partners of the car manufacturers to enable them driving without infrastructure support, with infrastructure support during the next year. So we are very much interested in this, and this is why we are partnering with these OEMs.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Sasha. Really great initiative there. Next question goes to Christina and Renee. So Jeff Bezos famously went on 60-minute program in 2013, pledging that he will fill the skies with fleet of delivery drones that will zip parcels to customers' homes in 30 minutes in the next 5 years. Fast forward a decade later, $2 billion being spent and more than 1,000 people working on it. Amazon is still a long way from launching its delivery drone service. So how can HHLA, the ecosystems of German government entities, alongside cooperation with EU, avoid the similar trap and together help to make drone logistics successful and ubiquitous? Christina and Renee.
Thank you for this question. Yeah, that's quite an interesting vision that Jeff Bezos has put out there. From my personal view, looking at the developing industry of drones since 2017, I think the key point really is to be need-oriented regarding a city, regarding an area, a region, a country. So I think if a city really needs logistics to be done by air transport, then there will be logistics by drones. That's my personal opinion or my estimates for successful drone logistics.
Thank you, Christina. Renee?
Yeah, I totally agree with Christina. In addition to the user orientation, I think airspace management is particularly important. Rules must also apply there, and this is a task for authorities and for politicians. And when both come together, I think we can avoid this problems.
Thank you very much, Renee. And a question from the audience, anonymous. So it's around cybersecurity. So please take on the question. Whoever that feels pretty much it covers every span of connected devices, really. So how can you please share some information on the cybersecurity and the solutions that you have used to take care of all the various connected networks that you've mentioned? So touch very briefly on cybersecurity, which is essentially underpinning the safety of the future of connected devices. Perhaps Dr. Pantian, you would like to take that one?
Yeah, maybe from the port perspective, because we are classified as the critical infrastructures in Germany as a by law. And for those measures that we have been taken so far is really that the operation of the port due to the digital services cannot be stopped. And for those, we have built up a lot of components on the redundancies of the systems that we are offering and also used for the port operation. That's the one thing that we have been doing for decades already. And due to the increase of the cyber attacks that we have been experiencing in the past years, we also do regularly the penetration tests, and also use the awareness campaigns of the not only the people working in the HBA as the port authority, but also with the surrounding of the logistics partners that we also do the business within the port. And furthermore, we have also initiated the cybersecurity alert network within the Chain Port, which is the initiative founded by the Port of Los Angeles and Port of Hamburg, which all the port network partners could really share about their knowledge, about their findings, insights of what they have been doing so far in building the cybersecurity operation centers in the past years. And these are the ports, the well-known ports around the world, like Montreal, Los Angeles, Barcelona, Hamburg, Rotterdam, Antwerp, and Singapore, definitely, and Busan. So we are a kind of a experts networks which shares those insights. And definitely there are some others measures that we use the technology like AI, and we use AI services to detect those kind of the cyber attacks so that we can get alert in the early stage already. And also our IT architecture has been modernized, has been segregated, so that if one component has been attacked or has been jeopardized, then we can segregate that part, and it will not affect the other part of the entire IT landscape. And these are some of the measures that we do, and definitely we do cooperate also with the others, technological partner, so that we learn a lot more how these kinds of attacks is going to be done, because you never know, the hacker is always ahead of us, and we are more likely behind from the authority. So we would like to put this cat and mouse play a little more exciting.
Thank you very much. Anyone else want to take that one, that question, or otherwise I'll move on to the next question. All right, so the next question goes to Dr. Geza. The Hafen City mega smart city development is certainly not for the faint-hearted. It is an ongoing decades-long project that will ensure the future city to be technologically advanced, intelligent, multimodal, and sustainable. So Dr. Geza, which are the other mega cities in the world that Hafen City can learn from to accelerate its development and stay future-proof?
Yeah. Well, we don't look at one special other great mega city to look where we can learn from. It's more that we have like one city is very good in this, and another city is very good in that. At the moment, we're looking very much to Vienna. They have also developments like us, and they're working on sustainable multimodal transport solutions for the floor grounds. How can you put in there the 10-minute city so that you really reach all your daily needs within 10 minutes walk? They have really interesting concepts there. The other city which is nearby is surely Copenhagen. These two are European cities, and well, I just want to highlight them because we are looking very much to these concepts at the moment. But yeah, we also look to other cities, but these are the most important ones at the moment.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. The next question is from Ludovic. It's a bit of a detailed one, and it's to Dr. Pantian. Can you precisely mention what is the meaning behind the term quantum inspired? And can you share the technological partnerships or tool stack used to establish your digital twins?
Yeah, the digital twin composed of different components, so to speak. You need, first of all, the skeleton, which is a 3D models of the objects that you would like to do the digital twin to build it on. And when we are talking about the digital twins, we are talking about the ecosystems of different instances of digital twins. So there will not be only one twins, but there will be a lot of twins which are talking to each other and maybe also communicating in terms of process, events, and instances. When we are capable to simulate those kinds of the models that we would like to answer some questions that we have. For example, we use the digital twins for the predictive maintenance. So the questions is that, is the bridge is still healthy? And what kind of inspections or predictive or the predictions that we would need to say that the bridge has to be repaired, the maintenance has to be executed, and so on. And these kinds of questions is going to be also put into the digital twins. And another part of the rather the skeleton is also the data that we are also capturing constantly through the manual way of data capture, or using the sensors like IoT technologies that we are already implementing in this digital twin of the smart bridge. And another part is that to really create a simulation model of that. So according to your questions, what you would like to know about the twins, so you have to model these kinds of the reality in the model, and another part is also the information which is coming along with the model, being the cost, being the constructions progress, being really the planning in the constructions, and also the substances of the construction itself. That will be also integrated in what's so-called building information modeling. And another part which is using or which is used for doing the simulation is definitely the computing capabilities. And right now we are exploring how the quantum computing could be also one of these technology stacks that we would like to integrate into our landscape, and to leverage our planning capacities for the port. Because in the future, we wouldn't like to have the paper models anymore. We would like to put the VR on. We would like to put maybe the simulation model in the computers, and then you will see if this bridge or if this new infrastructure objects is going to be placed in the port. How would it look like? How would the traffic look like? How would the flows of material, the resources that we would like to use in the port look like? What kind of energies that we could let inflow and outflow from the port? And that's are the questions that we are really put in our mind.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Dr. Pantian. And to just wrap this up, quick 15 seconds from each one of you. What excites you most about the future of smart city and mobility? Quick 15 seconds.
The most exciting thing for me is that you never know what would work in reality because you have done from the prototype. So you have to do it, learn from it, and then be excited and be keen to develop it further.
Renee?
For me, it'll be to see all these different solutions regarding urban air mobility. It'll look totally different in every other place. So this will be exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah, from my side, it's really exciting. The cultural change is necessary for all of our inhabitants and for all members of the city of Hamburg.
Yeah, I see it the same, like how behavior changes and how the mindset of people changes, because we can offer anything. If people don't use it, it's no use. And I'm very exciting how this is going to change.
Fantastic.
Exactly. So I'm excited about how will the future look like. Will it be like we are imagined today? So will all our plans and wishes come true? I really hope so. And that is what we are going for. Maybe we will reach this in 5 years. I don't know how it is in 10 years or in, how you mentioned, 30 years. Nobody knows, but this is what we are looking for. So let's meet again in 30 years and talk about today.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. I wish the Q&A session could have been much longer, as I would love to address a lot more questions from the audiences.